Do you want to give us a countdown? Hello! It's my boyfriend Danny. Basically what I want to do today is rank books by their opening sentences / have you just like general react to books. I pulled a bunch of books. All of these are like 4+ stars. I love them with my whole heart, and I thought they'd be like fun plots and covers and titles and stuff for you to react to.
Start with a little coho. Is that what the girlies call her?
Yeah, so this is Verity. I hear the crack of his skull before the splattering of blood reaches me.
Sheesh.
Scary.
It's pretty crazy. I didn't know anything about Colin Hoover, but I really thought she was just a romance writer. It brought me in a little bit, you know? How did she crush the skull? Like, what was her method of choice?
Well, she just heard the crush of the skull. It doesn't mean she did the crushing. So we're gonna put this as our little ranking area, just at the bottom right now, because we have nothing to compare it to. But remember that sentence. The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like this cover, you're getting a lot going on. Like, any guesses for what it's about?
I don't know. I think I have a hypothesis. She's got a little badge, so I'm gonna say like she's the surgeon. He also looked really boyish, so he's kind of like the young nurse.
In Olive's defense, the man didn't seem to mind the kiss too much. This is the start of the book, which is kind of cool.
You grab the book, you get to see the cover. You're inside of her head. She's saying he didn't seem to mind it too much, but you don't really know.
You might mind it.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on in his head.
She, like, long story short, needed to convince her friend that she was dating someone, and her friend was like walking by, so she just like grabbed the first man she saw and was like, "Can I kiss you?" And then he like gave a kind of yes, and she like just planted one on him.
It was just a random assault. People do eat up romances between doctors for some reason. Grey's Anatomy, what are other? Grey's Anatomy, McDreamy, you know?
I feel like doctors are just, you know, it's a hot job.
Yeah, they're just hot.
This title is so interesting. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
7's a lot. I guess that's the first thing I think of. How did she get to 7? Are they all at once? Are they just dying randomly, like one by one?
That would be an interesting plot. They're not at once. I don't know if that's legal.
Polygamy is actually like illegal?
I don't think you can have legal marriages. You could just do it unofficially, maybe. We're not up to date on polygamy laws.
No, we're not.
Film legend and 60s it girl, Evelyn Hugo, has just announced that she will auction off 12 of her most memorable gowns through Christie's to raise money for breast cancer research.
Wow, so she's wealthy. How much does a gown go for now?
I think it might depend on the gown.
Okay. It's not the most captivating. Below Verity, above Love Hypothesis.
Okay. Book lovers. I love Emily Henry.
I like it. The cover's super good. Love the art style. It'd be cool if it was like really absurd, you know? Like it seems like a simple romance about people that love books, but then really one of them's a secret undercover agent.
Ooh. Do you think a spy romance could get men into romance?
Definitely. Like every James Bond movie always has
that side romance plot.
Yeah. Maybe they're at the airport because they both got luggage and like a book falls out of one of them, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I've read that. That's such a good book." He actually has been stalking her on social media, planted the book in his suitcase to fall out of that moment, and then maybe they like sit close to each other because he also knew what seat she was on the plane. Wow. And now they're gonna sit together. He's gonna stalk her, come into her life, and just like slowly ruin her.
Wow, so you're hoping for like a thriller romance / like maybe he's a hacker because he got that plane seat.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna be it, but
it's a good theory.
Is there a lot of overlap between like porn tropes and romance tropes? Cut, watermark. Do your viewers ever question why we're on the ground by the electrical box?
And no one's ever questioned it, but they probably will now. All right, ready for the first sentence? When books are your life, or in my case, your job, you get pretty good at guessing where a story is going.
That's cool. Seems like a lady who knows her ish. I'll go above 7 Husbands.
Okay, The Wicked Deep. I love this cover. I don't know if people can tell, but it's like shiny and like 3D.
It's probably some witchcraft kind of thing.
It does involve witches. 3 sisters arrived in Sparrow, Oregon in 1822 aboard a fur trading ship named the Lady Astor, which sank later that year in the harbor just beyond the Cape.
Ooh. The first sentence was good, but I don't like the fact they led with such a lengthy sentence. They described how they got there, the boat sinking, the fact it was a fur trading ship. That was just way too much happening in a first sentence for me personally. Below book people.
Wait, pause. Before we do the next book, I feel like the people should get to know you a little more. Can you name 3 fast facts about yourself?
I work in tech. I have 3 brothers, so I'm literally a tech bro.
That was fact number 3? That you're literally a tech bro?
Fact number 3 right there.
Incredible. Okay, well, that's honestly perfect that you're a tech bro, because that brings us to today's sponsor, Surfshark, which is a VPN. Could you explain, Mr. Techman, what a VPN is?
Yeah, a VPN helps keep your online identity safe by creating a secure network connection from your device to wherever you need to go without revealing where you are and letting the bad guys get you.
Your first sponsored sentence. Nice. I am literally always working at coffee shops, so having a VPN to protect me while I'm on public Wi-Fi is so important. But a VPN is also really important when you're simply browsing the web at home. Surfshark has a clean web feature that blocks ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts, allowing you to surf the web safely. Probably my favorite feature of VPNs is you can literally change your virtual location to another country, which can allow you to view things that are only available in other countries, like Netflix's entire library, or we were literally trying to watch a YouTube video the other day that was only available in a different country, so we turned on Surfshark VPN and then watched it.
Shout out to Cody Cohn.
Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is literally no risk.
30-day money-back guarantee!
So make sure to click the link in my description and enter my promo code JustAli for 83% off plus 3 extra months free. Pretty crazy deal. Okay, the deal. My least favorite cover of any book I own, but one of my favorite books ever.
It's objectively horrible.
It's bad. Like, where are her pants? And how am I supposed to read this in public? There are like way like spicier books and stuff like that. Like this book is like pretty chill. It has spice, but like it's just a typical romance. I feel like it did not need a cover like this.
The whistle is kind of weird because it's like definitely photoshopped on there. Like she's not wearing it. Like why did they decide they needed to Photoshop the whistle on there?
I didn't even notice that. That's true. It's like not around her neck. So it's a hockey romance. It's between her and a hockey player, but she's like trying to make this like football player jealous. He doesn't know I'm alive.
Definitely angsty teen kind of first sentence. I'm assuming it's because she kind of feels invisible in her world. She's walking down the hallways and he doesn't even make eye contact with her. He's just hanging out with the bros, tossing a football directly up in the air.
It's like the cheesiest teen movie ever.
She's like, he doesn't even notice me.
I feel like if you didn't know anything else, like I just read you the sentence without showing you the cover, it could be cool. He doesn't know I'm alive. Like what if she's like hiding out?
It could be the great intro to a thriller kind of book, but it's not that.
It's not, yeah.
It's not that. Below Love Hypothesis.
Oh, we're going last.
Hopefully nobody out there was like, that book was my jam.
Well, it is my jam.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, sorry. Or dang, sorry.
A Touch of Darkness. I think this cover is so pretty. I did a video where I bought books solely based on the cover, like not reading the synopsis or anything, and this was one of the books. Persephone sat in the sunlight.
Give me one more.
She'd chosen her usual spot at the coffee house, an outdoor table in view of a crowded pedestrian street.
I thought it was gonna be in like a whole other world. So her name is Persephone, weird name.
Persephone is the goddess of spring.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's a romance between Persephone and Hades, the goddess of spring, aka basically like the goddess of like life and growth, and then the god of dead. And it does take place in modern day, which I think is really cool. I've never read a Greek god book or whatever that takes place in modern
Percy Jackson.
I'm sorry. I just hide behind these books. With the whole Greek mythology, I feel like they could have done like a more punchy first sentence though.
Hey, I'm not knocking it.
What do we rank it? Ooh, pretty high.
I'm not really ranking them purely by cover and sentence. I'm kind of ranking them as to like the overall package of what I'm like interpreting, how I would rank them if this was my shopping cart. I'm not really playing the game right, but
yeah, loser.
I didn't think there was losers and winners, but
okay, there are.
Okay.
So. Dial A for aunties.
It kind of has Crazy Rich Asian vibes, but not really.
They're Chinese Indonesian.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you want to hear the first sentence?
Yeah.
There is a curse in my family.
Whoa, that's kind of cool. Doesn't really tell me anything.
Okay, well basically it is about a girl who accidentally kills this guy on her first date. It's so fun. It's like romance, comedy, murder, thriller.
That feels like a banger of a book. I can't think of another book or movie like that.
It should be done more.
We should murder more people.
Fictional murders.
Okay, now I can just tell I don't think this one's gonna go well.
This is one of my favorite romances ever, like top 3, like 6-star reads, 6 out of 5 stars.
Whoa.
It broke the chart. Off the charts. Cover doesn't give you much.
Feels a little angsty. We got some petals plucked off. Maybe somebody was going like, he loves me not.
I wasn't sure what to expect when I walked into Cafe Rev, but it sure as hell was on a picture of myself behind the register under the cheery headline, "Do not serve."
I like it. It's kind of like a left hook.
It turns out the picture is of her twin. She's got an evil twin.
That's cool. That was a weird Beats out book people.
Okay, should we go there?
Yeah.
The Wall of Winnipeg and Me.
I'm gonna say very similar vibes to The Deal. Then they put and me, which kind of gives the vibe of like, actually rewind. This is a cover that would be appropriate for a sports romance.
They should do this instead of the one that The Deal did.
Wall of Winnipeg makes it sound like he's a real hunk of a man.
I was going to murder his ass. One day. One day long after I quit so no one would suspect me.
Man, she ain't gonna be able to kill the Wall of Winnipeg.
True.
We
want to rank?
Yeah, cut, watermark. What's going on the chopping block? Below the 7 husband. The later you go in this game, if you're a romance book, you know, like I've already heard 4 other romances.
You're like over it. All right, we've got one more book. One of us is lying.
Mysterious.
Da-da-da-da.
What are the odds? None of them. It is.
Don't say that out loud. It's very Breakfast Club vibes if you've seen it. We've basically got like the stereotypical like the nerd, the criminal, the athlete, and they all go to detention, 5 students, but only 4 make it out alive.
Somebody dies?
Somebody dies.
In detention?
In detention.
Dang, now that's a detention.
For real.
I can't believe it was.
I can't leave that in. I'm gonna have so many beeps.
Yeah.
I just like to say the spoiler. Should we read the first sentence?
Okay, sounds good.
A sex tape, a pregnancy scare, 2 cheating scandals, and that's just this week's update.
Well, to be fair, I did see that was 4 sentences.
Okay, there was a lot of periods where there could have been commas.
Man, okay, so people are getting around. I wonder if that's all from the same situation. Like, is it
Ooh.
a sex tape where somebody got pregnant while they were also cheating? And maybe the other person was also cheating. Cheatinometry.
You should teach a class on that.
How many cheating scandals has your school had?
All right, should we do the final rank?
I'll put it below the Auntie's book.
Well, in our intriguing books, we've got Verity, A Touch of Darkness, Dial A for Aunties, One of Us is Lying, Things We Never Got Over, Book People, The Wicked Deep, 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, The Love Hypothesis, and lastly, The Deal. Oh, are we shaking?
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
We should do this with my books.
Okay, do you want to do that now? I'll do Snow Crash because you told me some about this. The cover is giving like so sci-fi with like the beep boop bop bop lines and the sword.
Yeah.
Are they like fighters who are also coders?
The main character, his name is Hero Protagonist, which is supposed to be a joke. I know you have very strong feelings about that.
Is that not the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Hero Protagonist.
Well, it makes it easy to remember, like he is the protagonist.
And is he a hero?
It's Hiro, so it's like a Japanese name. His dad was a prisoner of war in Japan who got really good at samurai sword fighting. Hiro became a good sword fighter, and it so happens that he's also a programmer in the metaverse.
So I was kind of right.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
The Deliberator belongs to an elite order, a hollowed subcategory. Whoa. Okay, next up, the book you're currently reading, 7 Eves. Oh my gosh, it's almost 900 pages.
Hey, I'm on page 350 though.
You're kind of wild for this. I feel like they go to space for some reason. There's an eye, and I feel like there's like a moon.
The entirety of the book takes
Okay.
place in space.
That's right. The moon blew up without warning and for no apparent reason. That is such a good opening sentence.
It's a banger of a
That's
sentence.
so good. I feel like that's the best one out of all the books we've done so far. That is all of the books for judging books by their cover / their first sentence. Thank you for being in my video. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Wait, we get to redo the outro. I was staring off into the distance.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Bye!